Hello everybody, I am 72 and I have been doing Taekwondo for about 50 years now. Why I am still doing Taekwondo, I'll let you know in just a second. My name is Dr. Norbert Mosch and I am a 9th Dan Kukkiwon black belt. I started doing Taekwondo in 1973. I was fascinated by the strict training method and the spectacular kicking techniques. At that time, Taekwondo was different from now. My first trainer was Grandmaster Shin Bu-yan in Hamburg, Germany. Taekwondo was known as Korean karate and it was a tough martial art. There was no Taekwondo in Vienna at this time, so I invited Grandmaster Lee Kwang-bae from Korea to come to Vienna and I opened the first Taekwondo school there. Grandmaster Lee introduced the new WTF style with Pumse and modern competition techniques, how it was taught by Kukkiwon in those years. Since then I have been training Taekwondo continuously and teaching Taekwondo became my profession. I visited Korea many times, I participated at events and tournaments there, and I completed Kukkiwon seminars and trainer courses. From 4th Dan on, I took all my Dan exams at the Kukkiwon in Korea, and I even led many groups of Taekwondo students on trips to the motherland of Taekwondo. Over the years, I became involved in federation activities. I have been president of the Vienna Taekwondo Federation and of the Austrian Taekwondo Federation, and I was a council member of the European Taekwondo Union. Besides that, I was officiating as an international referee at many tournaments, including World Championships. I traveled a lot and I found many international friends, all of them infected forever by the Taekwondo virus. I have been teaching Taekwondo for many years now, and it gave me great pleasure to watch young and old people developing their strength of body and mind through Taekwondo. At the same time, I could not help noticing that even I had to accept the fact that Kung Fu movies tell you lies. There is no old master in his 70s with long white eyebrows who keeps getting stronger the older he gets and who can defeat younger opponents easily, jumping over rooftops. When kids start training Taekwondo, they usually are excited. Provided that the trainer knows what to do, this excitement will stay for some time. Still, not everyone will stay with Taekwondo. Today there are so many things a kid can do, so they easily get distracted. Another big change comes when they reach puberty. Suddenly, the other sex becomes interesting and Taekwondo may step into the background. Participating at tournaments may be the glue to keep some people to Taekwondo training. However, how long are you able to participate? Forever, you may say, and this is true for Pumse or Hanmadang events. Kyorugi competition has its age limits, and if a competitor reaches them, he may stop doing Taekwondo at all. For those who pass this point, Taekwondo may become a method for keeping health and fitness, a hobby, a profession, or a way of life. As everywhere else, there are pros and cons if someone continues with Taekwondo. Teaching Taekwondo can be very satisfying, especially if you watch your students become stronger, more flexible and proficient. At the same time, your own body will stay fit and flexible longer. As a Taekwondo trainer gets older, training will be getting harder. And as in any other profession, there is a chance to experience some kind of work-related disease. An executive who sits at his desk for half of his life has a good chance to get a weak back or some other disorders related to his work. So does the man who works at a construction site or a nurse in a hospital. Some time ago, I have been invited to Kukkiwon to a honorary celebration for high-ranking Taekwondo masters. There was a reception in a hotel at evening, and every grandmaster was called by his name and walked in to be respectfully greeted with a bow by the members of the Kukkiwon demo team. I had to use a cane for walking at that time because of my hip pain, but I was not alone. Many of the elder grandmasters came in limping, or at least in some peculiar way of walking. Praised may be those with a high age and who still are able to walk straight and kick high. They are not many. My body too paid the price for having been tortured for many years by strict training, and I had to undergo surgery for a couple of times. This would be the time of quitting, you should believe. I did not. A few days after hip surgery, I stood in the dojang with crutches and led a training lesson. Crazy? Maybe, but I felt this is the right thing for me to do. Nowadays, I'm still standing in the dojang teaching Taekwondo to my students. I can't do the jumping and kicking anymore that I liked so much during my younger days. I have to accept that. Everyone has to accept that he gets older. Does that disqualify me from teaching Taekwondo? I don't think so. If it was, then every soccer training would score the goals himself instead letting his team play the game. I have lost some ability to kick high and jump around, but I gained experience. Today I understand Taekwondo much more than in my younger days. I know the meaning of techniques, and I can even still feel the energy flowing through my body when doing punching, blocking or kicking. That's very interesting. Today my goal is no more getting stronger and faster. My goal is now to make my students stronger and faster. After so many years, I still discover new ways and methods of teaching certain aspects of the program to make it easier for the student to progress. That proves to me that I am not yet at the end of the line. I still have something to offer. So, why do I not quit Taekwondo? Taekwondo has given me so much during my life, and I have devoted my life to Taekwondo. My life is not over yet, and so I will continue to teach Taekwondo as long as I can, and as long as there is someone who wants to get taught by me. And even if there are no more students, I still will practice Taekwondo on whatever level it may be possible then. I know that I won't be alone. I have met some role models.